Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a twin flame energy check-in reading. So I haven't done one of these in a while, so I hope you guys enjoy it. But I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing either a separation or challenge in your connection, so keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'll be using here today will be listed in the description box down below, as well as this beautiful orgonite, which is called the Twin Flame, created by my friend Michelle from Belle's Wing and Bell. Also, I say things for the divine masculine and feminine energies. I'll say he, I'll say him, or she or her. It's just the way that I channel, so just take it as it applies for your, situation. It's just energy that we're talking about at the end of the day. So let's get into it. We're gonna take a look and see, where is the frequency of your connection right now? Let's look at this. What is the frequency of your energy right now? And all the decks I'll be using here today are actually created by myself, except for this first one, okay? Let's see. What is the frequency of your connection right now? Ooh, we have Listen to Your Heart. Isn't that a song from Roxette, right? It's a song from Roxette, I believe, from the 80s or maybe 90s. Twin Flame number 19. So that's really beautiful. So the number 19 in tarot is the sun. And you can see here, the sun is in the shape of a heart. That's beautiful. But let's read it. It says, there will be times when you don't want to trust the whispers of your heart. Your heart is the compass of your soul. It will always guide you to your highest learning and your best of intentions. A certain situation calls for this. So some of you may be having a difficult time remaining optimistic. And what I mean by that is maybe we are falling into just pessimistic thinking, like this sucks, I don't like the way that this is, or whatever it might be. Now, what I want to say about that is anytime you get into those modes, especially when you are dealing with a person, I don't care who it is, your twin flame, your mother, your boss, your friend, your kid, whatever it is, whenever we're dealing with another person and they may not be acting the way that we want them to act, or they may not want to do the same things that we want to do, we get frustrated. We may even lash out. We may feel just like crap about ourselves. We might just take things personally. And what I'm getting here is that this gives us an opportunity to grow. There's always an opportunity to grow within yourself when you're dealing with people. And sometimes the answer is you need to walk away. Sure, that can be the answer. But I feel like in most cases, especially with the people that are important to you, there's an opportunity to grow. And I feel like the sun, without the sun, things can't grow. The flowers can't grow, the grass can't grow, the trees can't grow, we can't grow. So this is an indication here that maybe there's something here in our heart we're feeling blue, we're feeling sad, we're feeling like we just don't have it anymore to, let's just say, remain on this journey. And Spirit is never going to try to convince you to stay on a journey or even try to stay connected to somebody, especially if it makes you feel like crap. Sometimes we do need to take a break, maybe revisit it. Maybe we're losing hope, whatever it is. We might be waiting, and that's another thing. We definitely don't want to wait for other people to change so we can be happy, or wait for other people to, before we can be happy and be fulfilled. We want to be able to take those matters into our own hands and create our own happiness and our own joy and opportunities in this lifetime. So if you find yourself where, union isn't coming, or your twin flame seems to be at a distance doing something else, or whatever it may be, the only thing that you can do is just change the way that you react to the situation. That's all you can do, because you can't change other people. You cannot. You can only change yourself. You can only change your perspective. So I feel like there is a message here that is calling us to where the circumstances may not be the way that you want them to be, but the answer lies within you, in your own heart. And it's about you making some sort of a change. And when we make changes in our own lives, it's interesting how things around us start to change. There could be, like we're in a different frequency, and all of a sudden people just kind of fall away. The people that are not meant to be in your life, or that are not on your same page, just seem to kind of fall away, fade away. maybe there is this fear that somehow if you let go of your twin flame, or you let go, not saying that this is happening, but let go of, being completely focused on them or chasing them or watching them on social media or whatever it might be, keeping tabs on them, that somehow you're going to lose this person. But the thing is, it's like, this is something where we have to let go of that control, this fake control, really. We have to just be brave enough to live our own lives at this particular time and to grow in our own ways. And your twin flame may inspire you to do your healing and to grow, and that's a beautiful thing. But this isn't just indicating to us that at the end of the day, we have to just kind of listen and trust our own hearts. And our own hearts right now are telling us that we need to be more optimistic about life. We need to be more optimistic about growing and expanding and being happy. So if you're not happy on this journey, or you're not happy because of the circumstances, that are happening right now with your twin flame, it's your duty and responsibility in this lifetime to figure out ways that you're going to survive and to take care of yourself, because you can't change circumstances you can't change other people. You can only change yourself, which will then turn and change those circumstances, and you'll just be happier. So I don't know if that makes sense to anyone out there, but that seems to be the message. All right, let's see what else. And it's a tough one. It really is. It's a tough one. We have forgiveness. That's a really tough one too. And we have number 8. So this is kind of the strengths energy. So we've got the sun and we have strength. There's a lot of Leo energy here. There's a lot of Leo energy. But this is talking about each soul holds the key of forgiveness, not just forgiving themselves, but also their twin. It is not a time for blame, but to experience a greater awakening of self-consciousness for both. And that's beautiful, because it's very easy to fall into that trap. If this person would just do this or do that, then I would be happy. It's not the way it works. You've got to try to figure out how to make the changes within yourself. Perhaps just, love your person where they're at right now. And that doesn't mean that you're accepting crappy behavior or any kind of, mistreatment or anything like that. It just means that you're willing to have grace for the fact that your twin flame may not be ready, that they may not see things the way that you see them. They may not be as awakened, or whatever the circumstances might be. They may have traumas that they're still looking at things through a trauma lens, whatever that is. This is about forgiving people and having grace with where they're at right now, and just choosing to focus and show up on this journey as yourself, and just basically take the focus and put it back on you. That's the real strength. That's the real courage. It's hard to show up every day being aware of yourself, being just aware, self-awareness. It's a tough journey. It's not fun all the time, because there's a lot of people that walk around and they are just either just completely ignorant or narcissistic or, trauma-driven, whatever it is. And it seems that we're the ones that have to contort ourselves and somehow change, but everyone else just remains the same. So I'm not gonna, lie to you and say that this is an easy journey. It's not. So for right now, you're very triggered by your twin flame. This is happening for a reason, because it gives you an opportunity to work on maybe some wounds that are there for you, but to also see your twin flame as somebody that is just, they are where they are where they're at, and they are who they are. And everybody has to go through things and process things in their own way. So it may not be your way, but this is about radical acceptance of just where people are at and where you're at, and realizing that you may not be on the same page right now, but that doesn't mean that love isn't here and that there's not something valuable to learn from this circumstance or situation. All right, let's see what else. We have oneness. Number 23, a number 5. So no one said it was going to be easy, where there's no pain, there's no gain, right? There's challenges, changes, something's got to change. It says each twin holds the beauty and light of each other. This card reminds you that you and your twin are in union energetically, even though you may be apart or in transition. And that's an amazing thing. When we focus on what we don't have, when we're constantly focused on the lack, this is where we're really going to go to a pessimistic, dark place. But you and your twin flame are always connected. You were brought together in this lifetime for a reason. So maybe even though you're not experiencing this union like you would want, or the story, the story romance, or the movie, the way it all plays out in the movies, even though that may not be happening, right now, let's just say it never happens for, let's play a devil's advocate. It never happens. You've got to learn how to live just with what you got right now. You have to learn to live with what's in front of you right now. And if you can't do that, then you're always going to be in this state of longing and this state of just, I'll be happy when. And then life is going to run out and you'll have wasted your entire life just constantly pining away for something that isn't there. So it's talking about becoming one with yourself. And when you become one with yourself, you become one with the universe, you become one with everyone that is in your life. And you have less issues with attachment. You have less issues with expectations and unforgiveness and bitterness and rage and all of those things. So I feel like what Spirit is saying here is that it's a tough message, but the only change that can really take place at this point is within yourself. And when you do that, you're going to start feeling differently on your journey. Okay? So just take that if it resonates. If it doesn't, no worries. You don't have to take it. But now we're going to go into, the very first deck that I ever created on my journey. It was the Twin Flame Journey Oracle. It definitely doesn't look like this because it is revised, but I just have such a fondness for my very first deck. It was so fun to make. I made the deck back in 2018. Yeah, so long time ago, classic. All right, here we go. Balancing the scales, equality, justice, and correction. So right now, things may not be in balance. There might be something that needs to be apologized for, or certain actions need to be corrected. Something needs to take place where there is a balancing. So things may be imbalanced at this point. So there could be a need for forgiveness. Doesn't mean it's okay that our twin flames, did this or said this or whatever. But like I said, if we cannot have grace for ourselves, as in forgiving ourselves, we're not going to be able to have it for other people. So that message that it has to start with us first is very dominant in this reading. We have the King of Pentacles. So I see these energies as masculine and feminine. So the King of Pentacles is a masculine energy to me. It's also connected to the sign of Taurus. But the King of Pentacles, I feel, is perhaps maybe where the masculine is currently at right now on this journey, really focusing on finances, really focusing on his stability in the material world. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. But it may be that there's too much focus in that area. So until he makes his healing or maybe his spirituality also a priority, or balances both, like it's nice and balanced right in the middle, where he's able to work on his career and his money stuff, but then also realizing that the importance of having a spiritual connection with the higher power, things like that are very important too. So I feel like the frequency right now is very much, the scales are tipped in the physical world, in the material world. So some of you divine feminines could be frustrated with this because, you feel like this masculine is just too heavily reliant on energies, and you're very much perhaps in the opposite direction. And this might be why the two of you are not on the same page. It's very frustrating. But this masculine, it's not really a waste at all. There's a lot that he's going to learn in the material world. There might be a lot of things that he learns through success, a lot of just very valuable lessons that he will learn. And so you've got to allow time for that. Okay, you've got to allow time for him to learn in his own way. That's what I'm getting with that. All right, let's see what else. Divine timing. Sometimes people just hate that word. It's all in divine timing. But I feel like what Spirit wants to reiterate here is that everything is actually in perfect order, whether you agree or feel that right now or not. Things will align as far as physically in the physical world for you and your twin flame when the timing is right. And I'm not saying the timing isn't right now, but it just looks to me like this masculine has more of a focus in material pursuits rather than spiritual and emotional pursuits. Okay. That might just be where he's at right now, where he's learning a lot of lessons, where he's growing a lot as well. The Two of Cups. So of course the Two of Cups is the divine connection. It's, you know, like a union energy. So Spirit is basically saying this masculine seems to be, and it's not to absolve this feminine of her lesson. She's still learning things too, but this is just very highlighted in this reading, that this masculine right now is in the material world, working something out, maybe getting his life in order, whatever that is, before he presents himself to his divine feminine. But I mean, look at that divine feminine. She's so fantastic in that gold dress. I mean, she knows that she deserves a divine masculine that basically is on her same page, on her same frequency. And so if this masculine does not feel good about himself and he feels off balance, he wants to balance that before he even comes through with some sort of an offer. But what I will say is that it looks like it's in the cards, especially if this masculine has done something, you know, just done something that needs to be apologized for, that in divine timing, this is something that is going to be offered. This is something where there will be an opportunity for the two of you to connect, so this masculine can balance the scales with you, or that your connection can be balanced. So it does look like that is in the cosmic plan of things. So that's where the frequency is right now. You're both definitely connected in your heart, but the 3D world seems to be where the masculine is spending the majority of his time right now. And you may feel the masculine in your heart. You may feel that, you know, at some point he is going to come back around. So, you know, just continue to trust yourself, divine feminine, but do remain in the energy of the queen, which is gold, which is, you definitely deserve gold. So don't settle is what I'm picking up on. You deserve it. You deserve it all. So let's get the divine masculine's overall energy towards his divine feminine. So this is a great deck for this. This is my divine masculine tarot. All right, let's see. Where is this masculine at with his divine feminine? Ooh, we have the devil's energy. Battling my demons. That's Capricorn. Capricorn is earth energy. The devil is all about material things. So that message is coming through very loud and clear here. So this is telling me here that this masculine currently is dealing with some sort of things that he feels tied to, he feels bound to. He feels like he can't be free right now. He's either like battling stress, you know, some sort of financial crisis, maybe his physical health, body, things like that. He's trying to get things in order. So he's still got some demons that he's battling, and I just feel like he's not in the right headspace to be able to offer the feminine anything besides perhaps toxic energy at this point. So I'm hearing from the masculine, I just feel too toxic right now. I don't want to... I don't want that to leak into your life. I don't want to become a problem. I don't want to repeat past mistakes with you. I definitely don't want to do that. But, you know, we can also go into a little bit of a different perspective with the devil. This masculine definitely still thinks about you, feminine. You have not just disappeared from his mind because you're not speaking or seeing each other. You're still very much there, and there is some sort of a desire. It could be like a very carnal desire that when he thinks about you, there could definitely be some feelings of, you know, wanting to come together. All right, that's definitely there. All right, let's see what else. What about the heart energy here? What's going on in the heart energy? Yep, there it is. 7 of Cups, you're what I dream about. So dreaming and reality, like two different things. So this heart space energy very much is just kind of like thinks about you, yes, and fantasizes about what it would be like to love you, to let you in, you know, to have this life with you. So it's not something that's a reality right now for this masculine. He can only dream about it, not actually make it happen just yet. So that just seems to be where he's at with a connection. Let's see the 3D energy. Oh, interesting. We have the Hierophant. So this right here is saying, I'm ready to take the next step with you. Okay. So it's kind of like when I'm ready, I will take that next step. When I'm ready, that is when you will hear from me. That is when I'll step back into your life. But I'm not coming back into your life or even making contact with you. I'm not going to play with you. I'm not going to do that to you again, whatever that means. I'm coming in when I'm ready. So it's not about like, oh, it's his timing and it's not yours, feminine. You got to just wait for that. No. But until he feels like he's ready, there's no point in even coming back and trying this with you. But the Hierophant is very much about commitment. It could be marriage. This is the overall energy here deep down in his soul. What he really, really feels is this path for me. He's unsure. He's unsure. So the Wheel of Fortune is many things. It's karma, it's cycles, it's movement, it's fate, it's destiny, all those things. This masculine does feel this pull to turn the wheel with you. He feels it on a deep soul level. But he also knows that until he makes some sort of internal changes, there's no point in doing this, because he doesn't want to make more mistakes. And maybe he already has. He doesn't want to hurt you again, feminine, if he has. So there's just no point in coming forward right now until he gets his life in order or just like under control. But he does still feel destined, like pulled down this destined path to do something with you and to experience this higher love, which to me, that's what the Hierophant really is. It's a higher love, spiritual connection. So he does feel that he can have that with you, but he's not sure if he can execute those plans right now, or that it's in him to be able to be successful to do this with you, either at all or just right now. So just feel like there's some cycles that he is currently in right now where he's trying to, get that cleared so he can have more, clarity. All right, let's see your energy towards the Divine Masculine, feminine. This is my Divine Feminine Tarot. All right, let's see your energy towards him right now. All right, mental energy. Oh, wow. We have the King of Pentacles. That's very cool. So that just shows me here that that that's what's happening right now with your Divine Masculine. You know that you want the real deal. You want him to come forward, but you want him to come forward in his full Divine Masculine energy. That doesn't mean that you expect him to be perfect by any means, but you either know that this is important, that he wants to feel stable, that he wants to feel like he can offer you something, or that you want him to come forward being the best version of himself. So when he's ready, you want the real deal. You don't want just some half-ass energy. So it's very important to you that he doesn't come forward until he is in that full, energy. So I feel like you're picking up on exactly where he's at. You know exactly what's going on right now. You're in tune. All right, what about the heart space energy, the emotional space? Yeah, beautiful. Three of Pentacles. You know that you would make a great team. You know that if you came together, it's like it would just be a fantastic duo. That it would just be dynamite. It would be amazing. You also feel like you would be a great team because you can clearly see in these two cards, you have a Divine Masculine and Feminine together. Like we'd be so great together. But if you're masculine, can't see that right now, or just, again, doesn't want to drag you down, that's something he's going to have to come to his own conclusions on. It's not a process that can be rushed. He's going to have to see it for himself. All right, this is the outer world, the 3D world. Okay. King of Wands, your drive and ambition inspires me. So feminine, what you're doing is in your own physical world, what you're doing is you're allowing your Divine Masculine to really inspire you to make great changes in your own life. So you're using the Divine Masculine, I don't mean that in a negative, but you're plugging into the masculine's energy and using it to inspire you to create maybe things, or to do something that you've always wanted to do. Whatever it is, you are plugging into some very powerful energy, and it's Leo's energy. Remember, we had all that Leo come through, but you've got that Leo energy where you're having courage and strength, and you're taking action, and you're no longer afraid. You're being brave. You're taking risks. You're doing all these things that maybe you never did before. So I feel like you guys have learned how to plug into your twin flame connection and utilize it in a very positive and empowering way, instead of allowing it to ruin your life and take you down and blame and not live and just be depressed and just be pissed. Like, you've learned how to transmute this energy in a beautiful, positive way. So congratulations. I feel like that is just an amazing thing and an amazing point to get to. Let's get this overall, what you know deep down in your soul here about your masculine. We have the Eight of Swords. So we have round and round we go. You do not want to do that again. You don't want to go through the same cycles. So this is really good that the masculine is in a sense on this, like, he has this mental picture of, look, it needs to be XYZ. I don't want to skip, certain points. I need to complete certain things first before I move forward and present myself. So the Eight of Swords, round and round we go. You don't want to go through the same cycles that you went through before with this masculine. You don't want a repeat here. You want it to be different. You want it to actually mean something. It's like you want this, all this pain or even all of this separation to actually have been for something positive. You don't want to just go back to the old way that it was. Forget that. So I feel like you're willing to kind of stand on your own, again, not waiting, but stand on your own and do your own thing and focus on you until your masculine can match your vibration and energy. So that's why it's very important that he comes through as the king. You don't want him to come through as the page or the knight. You need him to come through as the king, because the king is somebody who knows what they want. They're ready to, instead of just say, they're ready to do. And that's important to you, feminine. Some of you might be like, hey, I'm too old for this shit. I need him to come through in a certain way. And there's nothing wrong with that. So that is your energy towards him. So now we're going to go into what shadows and challenges are currently at play. This is my twin flame journey shadows. All right, what's it? Oh, we have stagnant. Okay, so right now, perhaps the overall energy of the shadow is that nothing is happening. It seems like it's taking forever. And what I want to say about this is then don't wait. If this is how you feel and this is taking you down and now you're being chained and you can't move and you can't live your life, that's a choice. You do not have to, you can choose not to be in this energy. You can choose to unleash yourself today and still have that love and that compassion and all that telepathic energy with your masculine, where maybe he's always there, and you can use this in a positive way. And I feel for most of you, you've already done this, but it might be that there's times where you're just like, oh, it's just, what if I'm wrong? What if there is no light at the end of this tunnel? What if union doesn't happen? And what I want to say to that, nothing is guaranteed in life. What makes people think, because they're on a twin flame journey, that somehow the laws of the universe don't apply to them? Free will. People have the free will not to choose to complete soul contracts. They have the choice to go in a completely different direction, completely abandon everything and get lost and just choose to numb out for the rest of their lives. So twin flames are no different, in my opinion, okay? So if we are living with that thought of this has to work, there's no way it can't work, then we're really doing ourselves a disservice. Nothing is guaranteed in life. Tomorrow is not guaranteed for anybody. No one really knows what's going to happen. So what I'm seeing here is that the biggest shadow right now may be that we feel like, we just what if I put my life on hold? What if I wait for this and it never happens? So my suggestion is don't do that. Don't wait. It's as simple as that. Keep moving forward. If it does happen, it will be amazing. It will be a pleasant surprise, and you will have, empowered yourself, and you're living your best life in the meantime. That's the way to go. We avoid, definitely you don't want to do that. You don't want to be drained by this situation. If it's not empowering you and inspiring you to be your best self, then that's a clear indication that you're attached to it in a lower vibrational way. Okay, and there's no shame in that when I'm saying that to you. It's just there's still some healing that you might need to do within yourself if you are putting all of your eggs into someone else's basket. You definitely don't want to do that. And when it comes to this masculine, it may be that he's trying to fill a void, okay? He's trying to fill a void, and he might be trying to fill the void with material things, and I'm only saying that because the King of Pentacles showed up a few times. But that's where faith and a higher power is going to come in. See the chains? That's interesting. We have two cards that show chains. I feel like the chains will be removed when we can finally just realize, it's like handing our power over, or handing the power, or handing it over to the universe. You hear that saying all the time. There is something here where the things that we think are going to make us happy, the things that we think are really going to do it for us in this lifetime, such as material possessions, success, it's all fleeting. Nothing lasts. Even life doesn't last forever. But what does last forever is that connection, what you learn, wisdom, love, those things that are immeasurable, things you can't see. Those are the things. Energy lasts forever. It cannot be extinguished. Energy lasts forever. So I feel like there's some kind of a significance on just getting to that point. So this masculine may be also struggling with that, is putting too much emphasis on the material, thinking that that is what's going to make him happy, only to realize in the end, after maybe losing something, that it didn't really last, or it didn't make him feel the way that he thought it was. So he may be going through those lessons right now. So that's the shadow right now, and the connection, just take it how it fits. All right, now we're going to go into what telepathic messages are being communicated at this time. Okay. This is my Divine Love Inspiration Counterpart Messages deck. So what telepathic messages are being communicated at this time? Get rid of anything that isn't serving you. Love this clearing. And we have that tree energy. So I feel like that's the physical world, the things that we are tangible. So anything that's not serving us, such as any issues that we might have with our bodies or our health, our career, our finances, a lot of those things need to be cleared. Maybe our attachment to these things, the importance that we're placing on these things needs to be cleared. So telepathically, this might be something that you're picking up on from your twin flame, or they're getting this from you as well. Okay, so this is Twin Flame Journey Messages Volume 1. How could you still love me after all I've done? Wow, okay. So it makes sense why forgiveness is here, okay? Maybe somebody does need to be forgiven. Maybe somebody wants to apologize. Maybe they're just not able to clear this up. Maybe they're not able to let go of their pride or their ego or their fear in order to deliver this apology. So telepathically, this is a twin flame saying, and I feel like this is the masculines probably saying to this to the feminine, how can you forgive me after all I've done? Actually, it could be the feminine to the masculine too. If there's something that you said or did, or you don't feel proud of, or the way that you acted with your masculine in some way, there's a forgiveness of self that it needs to be healed here. So we need to clear that. We need to clear whatever forgiveness that needs to take place for ourselves. Because if we can't forgive ourselves, we're not going to be able to forgive our counterpart. So that's what's being communicated here. Maybe we need to do an energy clearing. Not a cord cutting per se, but just like an energy clearing. Writing an apology, writing something how you feel, and then just burning it up. Just doing some sort of a ritual that will help to clear this energy. It's really hard for me to open up. So that's the thing. It is hard. It's hard to say, I'm sorry. I just want you to know. That's a song that's come through at Chicago. After all that we've been through, I will make it up to you. I promise you. I don't know what the song title is, but that is the energy that's coming through. So listen to that song. I will try to remember to actually put it down. After all, Chicago, after all that we've been through, because I don't know what the song is called, but I know it's from Chicago. Can I spell Chicago? Apparently I cannot. All right, here we go. So this right here, there's something that needs to be cleared up between you and your twin flame. And I feel like it has something to do with like clearing the air. An apology or an admission of something or an explanation of something would really clear the air. So this is happening on a telepathic level. So maybe some of you are just getting these intuitive hits, or just you're feeling this energy, or just like this sensation that just washes over you. And maybe this is your twin flame trying to connect with you in a different way because they can't face you in the physical world. So maybe that's why they're really working on clearing up their life, cleaning up their life, like getting themselves prepared to make this admission or this apology to you. I feel like this is something that's being done in the 5D first before it actually makes its way in the 3D world. So that's what we have here. Let's go ahead and get another round. What else is being telepathically communicated between you and your twin flame? Rock bottom. Yeah, you can only go up from here. So it tells me here, I'm not laughing about it, but it's just kind of funny to me because I'm like, there's probably some problematic or dark energy here. Something maybe happened where you guys hit rock bottom. It can only get better from here. It can't really get any worse, you know? My heart is telling me to just do it. I love it. So the heart is really speaking. The heart is really, see, listen to your heart. It's calling to you. Listen to your heart. That's another one. Let me write this down. Roxette. Yes, okay, Roxette. There we go. So I'm going to put those two songs down so you guys can listen to them and look at the lyrics, because that might be a message from your twin flame that you're telepathically receiving through music. My heart is telling me to just do it. My heart, yes, my heart is telling me to just do it. Like it can't get any worse than it already is. So just do it. What are you waiting for? Oh, I'm really bad at commitment. Interesting. So this could be something that your twin flame said to you at one point. I'm really bad at commitment, or I'm really bad at committing to just doing something. Like I just focus on the worst case scenario. So then I just talk myself out of it and I just don't do it. But Spirit's saying enough already. Just do it anyways. It can't get much worse. How bad could it possibly be? Like, you know, like buck up. Just do it already. That's what I'm getting here. Just do it already. So that is what is being communicated either between you and your twin flame on a telepathic level or what they want to tell you. Now we're going to go into the very last portion of this reading, which is what advice does Spirit want you to follow at this time for your connection. This is about twin flame angel numbers. 717, an encounter with your twin flame could be on the horizon. So 17 is the star in tarot. There possibly is hope. It's not to say to just wait for this, of course, but Spirit is basically saying that there is a lot, because that red energy is the root chakra. There's a lot that's taking place right now in the material world that is helping to clear the circumstances and create healing or opportunities to heal, to be able to aid in this reconnection. But there still is hope here. Like, don't lose complete hope. Remember, there's something about being optimistic with that sun that came through earlier. And maybe sevens are important in your connection for whatever reason. Let's see what else. 1010. There is a divine plan and order. Let go of your need to know future events. It's funny because I was just talking about that earlier in this reading. I was talking about sometimes people feel like, oh no, twin flames, you know, it's an exclusion. It's like, no, like just like every other human being on the planet, you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, can you be plugged into perhaps like premonitions and, it's just some sort of telepathy or, psychic vision and downloads? Yeah, sure. All those things. But that doesn't mean that people with their free will couldn't change those circumstances. That's why any kind of a prediction can never really be set in stone, because free will change that. So it's just, again, give it to the universe, give it to God, let go. Whatever is going to happen here is going to happen. And you do your job to live your best life in the meantime. Be the best version of yourself and allow your twin flames energy to inspire you in a very positive, empowering, optimistic way in the process. 7-11. I always think of like a 7-Eleven. Progress is being made in your connection despite what you're seeing in the 3D world. Interesting. There's a lot of emphasis on the 3D world. Some of you, and I'm just going to give you some advice. If you are watching your divine masculine on social media, stop. Okay, I'm getting here that this could be really creating a lot of things or a lot of narratives that might not be exactly true, or you might be jumping to certain conclusions. There might also be certain things that are posted that might be, I'm not saying fake or false, but it's just not really giving you the full picture. So if you're not getting an accurate picture of someone, then why would we be looking at it or watching it? Why are we letting what somebody is saying or posting on social media determine that their truth? You shouldn't do that, because not everything that you see on social media is totally 100% like the accurate truth. So if you are plugging in and you're doing something that is just in a way like ruining your mood, it's just spoiling that energy, then stop engaging in that behavior. I feel like, something is happening despite what you're seeing in the 3D world. So if you need to maybe not look at that, then I think that is probably a good plan. All right, let's see what else. Let's get one more message here. We have 911. Union is in the air, but are you ready? Take care of any unfinished business now. So we have like this encounter with your twin flame on the horizon, and now we have union is in the air, but are you really ready? Is your masculine really ready? So there might be this like urgency energy with the 911, like this urgency. I have to have this right now. This has to happen. Let's cool our jets. Let's cool our jets and let things roll out. Let things happen in divine timing. Just focus on yourself in the meantime. Try to get rid of that anxiety, that high, just that hypertension type of energy. Let's try to get rid of it. Let's take care of what's unfinished in our life. Let's focus there instead of having this question of, when is union going to happen? Am I ever going to see my twin flame again? Is this my twin flame? Let's just squash all of those questions. Are you really ready anyways? If your twin flame were to call you tomorrow, do you really feel prepared? So maybe you are, but let's just say the answer is actually no. I still want to get this in order, or I still have to do this, I still have to do that. And so instead of focusing on when or how or if or any of those things, start focusing on what you need to take care of in the meantime. So that will take your focus off your twin flame. And again, the answer is to put it back on you. So that is what I have for you guys today. I really hope that these messages were helpful to somebody out there. And thanks again for choosing to watch this reading. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to give this video a like, maybe even comment, tell me what your thoughts are on the reading, or put an emoji down in the comment section. All those things really help to push this video out to others that need it as well. And make sure you guys are subscribed and all that good stuff. All right, thank you so much. You guys take care. Bye-bye.